Picture this, you are on a night out with all of your best buddies. One of them, he comes up to you and says, look man, I've just got to say, you smell really, really good tonight. I have to know, what cologne are you wearing? Do you A, be a good friend and tell him the cologne, or B, gatekeep it, keep it to yourself and tell him that you're wearing Nautica Voyage? If you answered with A, you, my friend, have a lot to learn about the art of gatekeeping, and you need to watch the rest of this video. I would define gatekeeping as withholding information from the masses, and these fragrances that I'm going to talk about in this video are so good, you are not going to want to tell anyone about them. The first fragrance that I think is so good, you guys really should be gatekeeping, is Mancera's Instant Crush. Yes, this is one of Mancera's most popular releases, but guess what? We live in the real world. We don't live in a community full of fragrance snobheads like us. So people, they don't even know what a Mancera is, let alone Mancera Instant Crush. Yes, this does smell fairly similar to Baccarat Rouge 540, so you might have some people coming up to you being like, oh, are you wearing Baccarat Rouge 540? But in my opinion, this smells much more pleasant. It's less nauseatingly sweet, less headache inducing. It smells a little bit more masculine to me. It adds the white florals. It's got the saffron, the vanilla, the ginger. It is a beautiful, luxurious fragrance, and the presentation is gorgeous. You get the magnetic cap. You get the pressurized atomizer, and you get a niche fragrance for a super reasonable price. I picked this one up for 180 Australian dollars. If you live in the US, I've seen this as low as $90 on discounters, which is an absolute robbery for what you're getting. For some, this may be too sweet. It is just an extremely sweet fragrance. I have a sweet tooth though, so I love it. The performance as well, absolutely nuclear. There have been rumors that the new batches of Mancera are weaker. This is a new bottle. I got this about 4 months ago, and it still lasts 12 hours on my skin, and the projection is just out of this world, to be honest. As this fragrance continues to get more and more popular, it is going to become harder to gatekeep, but we have to do our best. This thing is an absolute gem from Mancera. Top 3 Mancera fragrances, in my opinion. Whenever someone asks me what I'm wearing, when I'm wearing this, I either say Baccarat Rouge 540, or if I think they really know nothing, I always just go with Dior Sauvage or Nautica Voyage. Those two never fail me when I'm trying to gatekeep a fragrance. The second fragrance that every man should be gatekeeping is from the indie house of City Rhythm. I still got the box, so let me show you how beautiful this presentation is. If I can open it, there we go. And then the fragrances are inside here, and it has a little note as well. The one in this box in particular is called City Rhythm Austin. I picked this up recently. Man, I've been wearing this every day for the past week. It smells like Parfums de Marly Ojan and Kilian's Angel Share if they had a baby, basically, because it adds some kind of cigarette, like dirty ashtray type of smell, which probably reflects the city of Austin. I'm not sure. I've never actually been there, but that's good. The opening of this to me is basically identical to Parfums de Marly Ojan, but like I said, it adds a very, very strong tobacco note, which in my opinion makes this suit an older, more mature gentleman than myself, but I still love to wear it. And then in the dry down, you get a lot more of that vanilla, and it kind of turns more into Kilian's Angel Share. It's a very interesting fragrance. It isn't super unique because, like I said, it does share similarities to other popular fragrances out there, but it does definitely have its own unique twist. Also, this atomizer, guys, I've got to show you. Crazy pressurized atomizer. These things are very expensive though. I believe all the City Rhythm fragrances are around 300 Australian dollars. And if you live in the US, I think for the 50ml bottle, it's around 180. But the quality, you get it. You get a fantastic brand. You get an underrated brand that we must gatekeep at all costs. City Rhythm Miami and City Rhythm San Diego are their two best for the summer. And City Rhythm Austin, I absolutely love for the winter. The performance as well on all of their fragrances that I've tried is well above average. On this one in particular, I get 10 hours longevity with moderate projection. The third fragrance that every man has got to gatekeep with their life is the SpongeBob cologne. This one, I'm just playing with you guys. I pranked you. I'm gatekeeping that one from you, actually. Reverse psychology. Xerjoff Starlight is the actual third fragrance you guys got to be gatekeeping. I picked this one up recently. It is extremely expensive. It did cost me 400 Australian dollars. I don't want to talk about it. My bank account doesn't want to talk about it. But whenever I wear this, I just feel like a completely different person, man. This thing is so incredible. It's super heavy on the cardamom. I'm not sure what cardamom smells like by itself, but it's very unique. It's very distinctive. I'm not sure. This is one of those fragrances you just gotta put your nose on. The cinnamon in this as well is beautifully blended. The saying's getting a bit overused now, but this truly does smell like Christmas in a bottle. It just reminds me of the holiday festive season. I feel like if you wanted a fragrance for Christmas morning, there's no better fragrance to choose than Xerjoff Starlight. Like with all Xerjoff's fragrances, you get beautiful presentation too. You get this lovely colored box, beautiful texture. We love that. We love that from Xerjoff as well. The quality is out of this world. The bottle design looks absolutely gorgeous. I just wish that this was the same price for 100ml, but Starlight only comes in the 50ml bottle, which is tragic. This thing is so good. I would pay 600 for an 100ml bottle. Xerjoff, if you're listening, just take the advice, okay? Performance, like most Xerjoff fragrances, is absolutely amazing. 10 to 12 hours longevity with what's above moderate projection? Strong projection, there we go. 4 sprays is more than enough with this thing. Christmas in a bottle, Xerjoff Starlight. If someone asks what you're wearing, Stronger With You Intensely or Stronger With You Original, I feel like they're close enough. They'll get the idea and then just go away. I feel like they're not going to be able to afford this anyway. So you could say Xerjoff Starlight and they'll just look up the price and then just run away. Their bank will run away. The next fragrance all of us have to be gatekeeping, especially us Australians, is Goldfield & Banks Bohemian Lime. They are an Australian-based company, but I believe they've gone international now. They have just exploded in popularity, but only still kind of in the fragrance community. I haven't seen anyone wearing these yet out in the real world. This one, Bohemian Lime, is probably my second favorite offering from them. Sunset Hour as well is gorgeous for the winter. I tried a sample of it. I need a full bottle of that one. But Bohemian Lime is the most realistic, uplifting summer citrus fragrance I've ever put my nose to. And I've tried Xerjoff Torino 21. Torino 21 is amazing. I actually have 3 bottles of it. But something about Bohemian Lime is just so sparkly, so good. I love wearing this on a hot Australian day. As a fellow Aussie, right now we're averaging like 30-degree days, and sometimes there's just no motivation for me to want to wear a fragrance. They're just all too cloying. But Bohemian Lime is just one of those ones that I can just always throw on no matter how hot it is, and it won't feel like it's too overpowering. I won't feel like I'm annoying everyone. It's just so fresh and uplifting. The performance isn't as good as some of the other fragrances I've talked about on this list, but I still get 7 hours longevity with soft to moderate projection. So for a summer freshie, it's really not that bad. It is a little bit pricey. It is a niche fragrance. This one, I believe, is around 230 Australian dollars. However, they do sales quite frequently. And then internationally, I assume it's about 150 USD. Goldfield & Banks, super underrated niche fragrance house. I recommend checking them out. Bohemian Lime in particular and Ingenious Ginger as well. Both of those for the summer are amazing. Both 10 out of 10s. The next fragrance that all of you guys have got to gatekeep is Guerlain Ideal Eau de Parfum. I butchered that, I know. But this fragrance gets no talk on TikTok, no talk on Reels, barely any talk on YouTube anymore. The whole house of Guerlain is just so underrated in my opinion. They have so many great fragrances. The extreme version, Guerlain Ideal Extreme, is fantastic as well. But the Eau de Parfum is my favorite because of that cherry note. You get the cherry, you get the vanilla, you get the leather. It's very mature, but it's still sweet, sexy, perfect for special occasions. This fragrance I would always gatekeep. This was actually the 3rd fragrance that I ever bought. Yes, it is a strange fragrance to buy as your 3rd one, but it made Jeremy's top 10 most complimented list at the number 10 spot. He said it was a unique cherry fragrance, and that's all I needed. I blind bought it and I absolutely loved it. This is my 2nd bottle of the stuff. I've already gone through a full 100ml bottle. Performance on the new batches is pretty bad, I'm not gonna lie to you. This is what the old bottles look like. It's got this darker juice color and it's got these kind of brown accents. The new bottles are clear. They look worse basically, and they also smell a bit worse and perform worse. So if you can, pay extra to get the old bottle designs. I promise you it is worth it. It is a fantastic fragrance. I feel like if you want to gatekeeping it, saying something like Tom Ford's Lost Cherry is a good alternative because they might smell that cherry note, but just don't tell them it's a Guerlain fragrance. We're gonna keep this house underrated, okay? The final fragrance we are all gonna gatekeep, okay? If you're listening right now, this one we are all agreeing upon, and it is 1 million lucky. These 1 million fragrances are obviously almost impossible to gatekeep, but 1 million lucky we can get away with because it's been officially discontinued, I do believe. So it's super hard to find. So if you still have a bottle of this and they ask, even if you want to tell them it's 1 million lucky, the chance of them actually being able to find a bottle is really low. So I'm liking our chances gatekeeping this. Smell-wise, it literally smells like honey, caramel, nutty, hazelnut popcorn. It just smells so delicious, so edible. Performance as well. Honestly, the longevity isn't fantastic, but the projection on the first 2 hours of wearing it gets you heaps of compliments. I love the look of the bottle. The price, well, the price was super fair, but now your best bet is probably off Facebook marketplaces getting it secondhand. But if you can get it for a reasonable price, it is so worth it. It is by far my favorite 1 million fragrance. I haven't tried 1 million Privé. That one is so hard to find here in Australia. I've heard that one is also fantastic. But 1 million lucky, in my opinion, is better than the original, the Parfum, Elixir, Royal. I absolutely love this stuff. It is worth gatekeeping. Those are all the fragrances that I strongly recommend you guys gatekeep. In all seriousness though, I hardly ever gatekeep my fragrances. I think it's a little bit silly. But if you are gonna gatekeep any fragrances, these ones are so good that, you know, I wouldn't even be mad. I wouldn't even be surprised if you did gatekeep them. If you enjoyed the video, guys, let me know. Like, subscribe, comment. Let me know which videos you want me to do next. And let me know if you like the list, if you have any fragrances that were on the list, and have a good rest of your day.